Hi Taurus, welcome to Just on Tarot. Alright, we're going to do your monthly read for the month of May. You'll probably hear my dog's little pitter patter of feet walking by. So we are definitely trying something new today. So hopefully you like it, hopefully you resonate. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, and Rising. Um, we're just going to kind of get a look at what's going on throughout the month and what you're dealing with, what you might be dealing with. We'll do a love oracle, as always, a money oracle, and then a regular oracle card. Probably not in that order. And then we'll go from there. You might see me move around quite a bit. I have the world's most uncomfortable chair, but we'll get it all sorted. All right. What do we have for Taurus in the month of May? What do we have for Taurus popping out? We have the Queen of Cups. Are we holding on to some emotions here? Okay. Underlying, we do have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like that's kind of focusing on what we want, our goals, having all of that, kind of trusting ourselves, but I feel like you're currently kind of keeping it in. Maybe not telling people how you're building that Queen of Cups. You're definitely holding back some emotion, you know. And if you can see her, she's really pretty. She's just sitting there still balanced with that cup on her head. Maybe you're blowing off a little steam. All right, what else do we have for Taurus? Oh, that one went flying. We have the Six of Wands, Seven of Wands. So, a little guarded. You know, you got these birds facing the other direction. They're kind of like, eh. You got some kind of, I feel like you got a plan in motion and is building something, but you're kind of really keeping quiet about it and being very guarded. You got Two of Pentacles coming out, so finding some kind of balance within something. Two of Wands, definitely making a decision towards something. And the Four of Swords, being very still in silence. The Knight of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. I feel like the overall energy is about definitely, do I have enough to give to something? We have the Nine of Wands. Do I have enough? I'm very in my head about it. And we have the Six of Cups. Is it like enough energy? Like maybe you've got some past stuff to deal with. I feel like you're working really, really hard to build your Ten of Pentacles. Like you're trying to build that solid foundation. You're being very still, you're being very quiet, and very guarded about what you're trying to build. I feel like you're trying to find a healthy balance between work and life and which direction would you want to go. So, and sometimes you need to take a quieter look into something, or like it's kind of like my meditation card. Like he's holding two swords and he's just quietly meditating, contemplating is the word I'm looking for. You know, and I think that's a lot about like where your drive and your passion is going to go, or where you're going to throw your offers. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Wands at the end, which is lovely. This is about offering up to your passions, whether or not this is somebody that you want to build a life with, or somebody that you've already built a life with. Maybe this is a career that you're trying to build, but it's kind of like, do I have enough energy? Do I have enough strength? You know, is maybe you're not getting enough sleep. You're kind of focused on past energies, so to speak. You know, whether that's kind of healing your own trauma, maybe there's somebody from the past coming in. But I feel like the universe is telling you, you know, it's, you know, make that judgment call to start something new. That Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Judgment. Like, you already know what you want. You know where and how to build it. Like, you just kind of got to take that step forward. And I think that's kind of what you're focused on right now. You know, like, he can just lay that sword down and keep walking. And I love this is he's picking that tree up and he's just going with it. But it's kind of like getting out of your own way. But I really like this for you. It's definitely about having a lot of choices, decisions, you know, which stones. And I love that. It's such a pretty card. Like, he's got all those stones there. If this is about love, I feel like right now you're kind of closed off. You're trying to make a decision about whether or not you're willing to accept an offer or you're willing to put any kind of offer out. If this is about home life or anything that you build, I feel like you're taking the time to make that decision about what you're wanting to create. At the same time, I feel like you are very guarded in deciding on which direction you want to go in, but you're really trying to balance out something, whatever that situation is. And I feel like it's more work, life, love life balance, you know, and you're kind of contemplating the options that you have or what direction you're going to go in. I have to sneeze. Sorry, guys. Oh, I mean, it's really not a bad energy, but I feel like the Page of Wands being like towards the end of the read, it's kind of like go for your dreams. So it's kind of weird how I read the combos. So we're gonna take the middle energies because you can't see the layout, but it's like a 3 card spread, 3 card spread, 3 card spread. So this is reading diagonally. So what it's telling me is you get the right cards. This one. When you start walking through that door and you decide what direction, it kind of leads you to like what you're wanting to build and getting that. At the same time, like, you know, you gotta have some kind of movement and deciding and maybe let that guard down a little bit. Oh, it's kind of a, I don't know, I like it. I'm gonna go with it. So, but I think the universe is telling you you do have the strength to do this, whatever this is, whether it's work, love, however it resonates for you. But you're definitely trying to create something. So I feel like you're in a good direction though. All right, let's get an oracle card. Let's see what the oracles want to tell us. is the Lost Oracle. It's a really pretty deck. I wanted to come out. Stardust and soil, opposites attract. So maybe it is about that love. I don't know why I pulled those cards out. What do I want? I didn't even show you that. There you go. It's really pretty. Is also 33, so that might be a number that you look for. It's kind of like night and day. Like you can't have night without day or light. You can't have good without evil. You kind of take it how it is, and maybe that's kind of what you're struggling with right now is like, especially a lot of indecision right now on like where you're going to build your future. They're heart-shaped cards. They're hard. All right. Love, what love message? Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than you're letting on. I don't know who that's for, but we'll go with it. But I feel this is more with the read. That might be some of it too, is like the opposites attract. Like, find each other's strength instead of looking at their faults. Like, if that's something you really want to build with, you know, maybe you need to open up a little bit, be a little less guarded, find a good, healthy balance, and maybe you definitely have that two of wands. Just let go of one of those wands and pick a direction. But I feel like right now you're being very closed lipped and very quiet about where you're going. And you did have that beautiful Knight of Wands. Like, obviously you have passion, you care, but you got to figure out what you want to do with that. All right. I don't know who that resonates with. I feel like it's super specific, but take it how it goes. All right. What financial advice do we have? Career messages, money messages we have. Stardust and soil. All right, fortune. When fortune appears in your life, limitations disappear. As you sit back and watch your dreams manifest before your eyes, you are filled with a profound sense of gratitude and wonder. All right, so I feel like that's that Ten of Pentacles energy that you're wanting, that you're looking forward to. I'm actually going to take this too. What you're doing now isn't working for you, but you're willing to walk away to make some room for something better. And I feel like that's that closed off energy you have. Not so much the career or any of that, just that kind of shut off. I'm to myself, I'm keeping my emotions, I'm staying guarded type of energy. All right, Taurus, that's what I have for you guys. Hopefully it resonates. It doesn't have to. As always, thank you guys so much. If you'd like to show your support, please like, share, or subscribe. If not, that's totally okay. Stay weird, and please have a great day. Thank you guys.